We are 3/4 through the year, and so I thought now would be a great time to do a wrap-up of my reading thus far, just looking more at the statistics for the first 3/4 of the year. I have read 112 books so far in 2025, and talking about the first 3/4. That is a mix of physical books, including ebooks and audiobooks, but heavily skewed towards audiobooks. That made up of 8,935 pages on the physical books, which I've read with my eyes, and 491 hours and 52 minutes. That's about 20 days, 11 hours and 52 minutes, which is insane. The most number of books I read in a month was in March, and that was 18. In the quarter, that was Q2 with 42 books. Most number of pages in a month, January, 2,174 books. That's because I read a lot of books on my Kindle and 2 fantasy novels on my Kindle. That really helped. I was also traveling on trains a lot at the beginning of the year. So the first half of the year I was living in the UK, in London specifically. Second half of the year I've been living in Johannesburg, where I don't really use public transport as frequently as I did. And the mode of transportation that I do use isn't very conducive for reading because I get motion sickness. So when I was using trains, I would be reading books. When I was using the bus, I was listening to audiobooks. But in South Africa, we don't have unlimited internet options, so I can't be listening to audiobooks. I was using Audible predominantly at the beginning of the year, but then I cancelled my account because I had Apple Books, which had audiobooks. I have since, moving back to South Africa, moved my, or only recently, moved my account to my Apple ID back to South Africa, and now I no longer have access to Apple audiobooks, which things are going to be changing. Now, the most number of pages, per quarter, Q1 just beat Q2 with, and I managed to read 3,782 pages that quarter. Most listening hours was in March, 129 hours and 21 minutes. That's because it were 2 very chunky fantasy novels that I listened to on Audible. And then we have in the quarter, that one was again Q1 with 253 hours and 9 minutes of listening time. The most number of books that I have, I'm going to do part 2 where we're going to talk about the books specifically.